I'm with Campbell and Frankens. They just took home $35,000 here at Sam Rayburn today, and a tough Sam Rayburn because that northwest wind started blowing at 20 miles an hour about 10 o'clock. You wouldn't think 21 pounds would win this tournament. What were your thoughts with that much weight coming into the scales?
It was a trailer event due to the wind, and, thank you, the organization, for doing that because Rayburn on northwest wind gets pretty rough. So
yeah.
They made the right call, and it was blowing pretty hard. So, typically in trailer events, you always add a little weight because people kind of get to start where they want. And we really thought putting it on the trailer this afternoon that 21 was going to be maybe a top 5 with the tough conditions, but we never dreamed that 21 would win it.
You never know. And, of course, $25,000 guaranteed for first place. You got that. You're fishing out of a qualified Skeeter boat. That puts you at $35,000, which makes for an incredible day. Talk to us a little bit about your game plan going in, trying to catch 5 fish that would win this tournament.
Yeah, once we found out it was a trailering event, we kind of made a decision on where we wanted to launch. Based on the wind, we knew it was going to pick up about 9 or 10 o'clock. So really didn't work out on our first few areas, but we had our main game plan was some shallow cranking stuff, and that ended up working out. Cranking a 6 cents PD10. That's a flat side crankbait, really good crankbait. And yeah, that's really what did it. I mean, that put the majority of the big ones in the boat. Made a few small culls later in the day, but that was pretty much it.
And which is interesting because the dock talk was you guys were bending down looking at the screen all day long, and that actually wasn't the truth. When you were throwing those crankbaits, were you targeting grass, ridges? What were you doing?
No, we were just targeting little subtle hard spots, depressions, if you want to call it that. And it's a spot we've known about for a couple years, but they get there this time of year. We don't know where they come from. We don't know where they go. It's kind of a morning deal. But yeah, like you said, we're throwing that pressure series. The flat side crankbait water's super cold right now. It's 49 to 52 degrees, so that subtle presentation is key.
Very, very key, especially on a very, very windy day. Now, you had a 4-pounder late in the day. What was your target on catching that fish?
We really were just looking for anything. At the time, I think my scale showed we had 18 and a half or something like that. So with the wind and the conditions, all we could really do on some of our offshore stuff was drag Carolina rig, drag a jig, and that's what happened. So we caught that. That was our last major cull. I think we might have culled by an ounce or two on one more fish, but that was it on the last one. But really, like I said, the bulk of the work came shallow cranking. As far as staring down the screen and live scoping goes, I challenge anyone to get a northwest wind like that on Sam Rayburn and try to do that. It's very challenging, and that did not happen this go around. And yeah, man, when you have winds like that, that's why you see 21 pounds wind. I mean, it is very, very challenging to get around, and it's very challenging to deal with that. And we were a little disappointed at the end of the day, thinking that's not going to be enough. Hopefully, we just get the Skeeter bonus. Turns out we get both. So
get both. $35,000. When these guys came across the scales, I saw the weight, and I'm like, you weren't even smiling. I said, man, you guys need to get excited. That's a big weight today with that northwest wind because, you could see the rollers coming in. It was not a fun boat ride, even though you're in a nice big boat. I mean, it's just, it is tough. You're excited now.
Oh, very excited, yeah. About halfway through the weigh-in, it started to look like, are we still on top? This is kind of surprising us, and there at the last 30 minutes, people were already kind of coming up congratulating us, and we're still in shock, honestly.
Well, I'm happy for you. Stick those trophies out there. Look at those beautiful trophies these guys just won. Going home with a Skeeter bonus and going home. $25,000 guaranteed for first. Skeeter bonus. Look at it. Bring that big check in here.
Oh.
Let's just show the big checks.
yeah,
Isn't that pretty? Yeah, look at that. Oh, did he just give me that check?
That ain't the real one, I don't think.
That is not the real one, but it looks good, doesn't it?
Look good.
And now these guys have huge smiles on your face. Congratulations, gentlemen, winning our first event, Sam Rayburn Reservoir 2025, going home with $35,000.